be a part of their organization. My sister Kaden and I are fortunate enough to be a part of this team, even though she tells us what to do a little bit too much sometimes. We still love having her as a coach, and we wouldn't change it for the world. And someday I would like to be just as great as she is, as she coaches my sister and I along our sides for many years to come. Please welcome to the stage Connie Rollins.
There was a Senate resolution for Connie and her softball team, and Connie had made a note online one time that her resolution was destroyed in the flooding of her house, and Kurt Sherwood, who's here, went as far as getting this matted and put into a frame and replacing the one that she lost. So thank you, Kurt. I'm sure she appreciates it.
And you had to put me after a communications major? Thanks. Oh, okay. What an honor. Thank you, Corinne, for saying such nice things about me. I'm so proud of Corinne, my other daughter, Kaden, both A students, very athletic, both love softball, both working on pitching. I'd like to thank Jeff Klein and the Hall of Fame committee for selecting me to be a part of this event. It is such an honor to be chosen as one of the first inductees, and also an amazing honor to have my jersey out there in a frame. It's hard to believe I fit in that at one point. Could give it to one of my daughters, I guess. When I would come to visit the school, I'd see it in the trophy case and think of how blessed I was. And I just have so many memories. Just brought back so many memories every time I come in here and see it. And now, it's in this frame, it's going to be out front, and it's just something that nobody can ever take away from me. It's beyond words of gratitude. Thank you very much. Congratulations to all the other inductees. Special congratulations to my coach and mentor, Tom Stasek, who cannot be here tonight. Coach Stasek came to me in 8th grade and pushed me to become a pitcher. I just wanted to play shortstop. He saw something in me that I didn't know existed. I want to thank him for his confidence, guidance, and in believing in me. Speaking of believing, I'd like to congratulate and thank all my teammates. I know a lot of them couldn't make it tonight. Believing in each other, that's why we're here tonight. I'm standing up here because of each one of you. I had trust and confidence in each one of you that gave me the ambition to be the best pitcher for you I could on the mound. I'd like to thank some of the other coaches I had through the years: Denny Doyle, Bob Lunny, Rick Pickens, Bob Purdy, my dad, and Chris Fredericks. Creech. Creech, I don't know where you're sitting out there, but your thigh muscles, you can thank me for that. Caught me many, many hours, and I appreciate it. My siblings, Cindy, Pam, Brian, all athletes. Growing up and watching their games helped inspire me. It was a wonderful feeling to have you there and supporting me through the years. My number one supporters, my parents. My mom kept the scorebook every game. I don't think she missed a game. Dad was pacing behind the backstop, watching every pitch, putting ice on my arm when I come in off the field, making sure I had water, whatever I needed. They were there through college also, traveling down to Indiana. Just, the daily love, support, and guidance you've taught me has made me a caring person. And I'm grateful to have such wonderful parents. They flew in from Florida just for the weekend to be here. And obviously I wouldn't be here without you. So thank you for everything. I love you. And thank you everyone. I've got a lot of friends here. And this is great. I'd like to stand up here longer, but I'm surprised I stood up here this long. Oh, thank you, everyone.
Our next inductee will be Ms. Audrey Seymour, and Mrs. Tricia Hill will be introducing her.
Mr. Stasek was supposed to talk about Audrey this evening, and he couldn't be here, so I gladly jumped at the opportunity to talk about Audrey. I had the privilege of being a classmate and a teammate with Audrey. And those of you that know Audrey well, she is quite unassuming. She does not like to be the star of attention. However, when you put her on a field, a court, she can't help but be the star of attention because she's just a fierce competitor. Always focused on the game in just a calm, collected, and confident manner. She graduated from Mount Morris in 1989 as the Female Athlete of the Year and with many accolades to her credit. She earned 11 varsity letters while at EAJ, 3 in basketball, 3 in softball, 3 in swimming, 2 in volleyball, and 1 in track. She received numerous Metro League honors in basketball and softball and graduated 7th in her class. I don't know when she had time for studies, but she obviously did. So she was quite the scholar athlete, which we're very, very proud of. I had an opportunity to talk with Audrey yesterday and just simply asked her, is there anything you'd like me to share or talk about? And she really just wanted everyone to know how much of an impact Mr. Stasek played in her life. As a high school coach, he coached her in both softball and basketball. He really had a tremendous impact on her while in high school, and that really carried on with her as she went on to play sports in college as well. Audrey did go on to play college at Adrian with an academic scholarship. While at Adrian, she earned 9 varsity letters. As a college athlete, that's pretty impressive. 4 in basketball, 3 in softball, 1 in volleyball, and 1 in track. Again, while in college, many accolades to her credit. First team All MIAA 5 times. She started all 4 years for the Lady Bulldogs in basketball. She was ranked 3rd in school history for scoring during her 4-year basketball career. She led the team in scoring and rebound all 4 years. And she's been named to Adrian's Hall of Fame 4 times. And one other thing she told me, Jeff did tell you that I'm not going to speak tonight, right? Because again, Audrey does not like to be the star. She said, I tried that once during one of those Hall of Fame induction ceremonies at Adrian. I don't think I want to try that again. But her tremendous skill and love of the game led her to coaching after college. She served as a graduate assistant to the basketball coach at CMU, served as an assistant coach for basketball and softball at Ferris State University. And in fact, I learned tonight our softball coach played for Audrey while Audrey coached at Ferris. And she served as the head coach in basketball and assistant coach in softball at Olivet College. And currently, Audrey is teaching health and PE at Fowler Public Schools. So please join me in congratulating Audrey Seymour. Yep.
That's really nice. I think that's about our fifth plug there. Next, inductee would be Mr. Tom Stasek. Fortunately, he's not here to be with us tonight, but his son, Scott Stasek, will talk on his behalf. So.
I don't know what it is about the softball team, but I think I'm also part of the Connie Rollison, Audrey Seymour School of Public Speaking. So, not my favorite thing, but I'm going to we'll put it together. I've got two brothers here that would have done much better, but I think would have been much more eloquent. But I don't know. Steve pulled the trump card. He said he got his family job. I think it was because my dad just liked me the best. Sorry about that. Congratulations to all the inductees that are out there today, especially Connie. You can't say too much. She's had the national records and everything else. The jersey, not a lot more you can say about Connie that hasn't been said already. But Audrey, I do know my dad has coached 1,100 probably high school softball games, seen umpteen more. And he still says the farthest ball he's ever seen hit. I don't know if it was at the park or if it was up at Royal Oak, but Audrey Seymour hit the longest ball he's ever seen hit in a high school softball game in one of those fields that had no fence, and it just kept going. So congratulations, Audrey. And the 84-85 teams, had the pleasure of seeing them inducted to the Greater Flint Hall of Fame back in December, and I see a lot of them here today too, so good to see everybody there again. And Rich Burtis, my dad spent a lot of time with Rich as they were coaching baseball and softball in the same season, of course. And one of the things my dad always said, he wished he didn't spend so much time with Rich because the softball team would finish up about an hour and a half or 2 hours before the baseball team. They're in Oxford, they'd wait for the bus, and they'd roll back into Franklin with around 11 when my dad finally got home. So spent more time with Rich than he probably wanted to, I think. Just a couple of things that, a little bit of brief biography on my dad. Before I became his biggest fan, it was my grandma and grandpa, and my grandfather kind of instilled in him his work ethic and his love of sports. And Dad went to St. Mary's High School in Bay City, and was a three-sport athlete. Won the Father Cahill Award as the Scholar Athlete of the Year in 1965. And one thing he really wanted me to mention is that my dad's always been proud of his service to his country. He was drafted in 1966, joined the Seabees, and which, if you know anything about my dad, he's in the construction battalion, and that is the biggest oxymoron probably I've ever heard, because my dad is the